Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening. Bringing you the news from Sri Lanka and across the world. It's your national news broadcast on Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. I'm Siobhan Pereira.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifah Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
Neville Vanniyaraj, security officer of the former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, has been remanded until the 17th of this month under the charge of illegal assets worth 28 million rupees. Director General of the Bribery Commission says some elements are attempting to blemish the public trust on the Commission. The Prime Minister says that the government's aim is to create a sustainable world for the future generation. A health policy appropriate to the next decade drafted. 22 conductors who failed to issue tickets were punished. Many US federal employees leave the government service.
We now move on to those and other stories in detail. Taking a look at local news first. Security officer of the former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, Neville Vanniyaraj, who was arrested by the Bribery Commission, was remanded until the 17th of this month by the Colombo Magistrates Court. Neville Vanniyaraj, who was a retired Lieutenant Colonel of the Sri Lanka Army, was arrested around 1:30 p.m. today by the officials of the Bribery Commission. He was taken into custody under the charge of failure to reveal how he earned assets and properties worth over 28 million rupees. He was produced before the Colombo Magistrates Court this evening. The officer who appeared with the Bribery Commission said that this investigation has been initiated under a written complaint received by the Bribery Commission on the 24th of July 2014. The suspect has been evaded appearing before the Commission to make statements and to give necessary details for about the past 7 years. He has submitted some incomplete information in August this year. According to the investigations conducted so far, it has been revealed that the suspect has earned 28 million rupees, exceeding his legal income. He was informed in several occasions to appear before the Bribery Commission and make statements. He did not respond to any of the notices. After recording statements from the suspect today, it has been disclosed that he has acquired a number of assets and properties. Accordingly, he has acquired 3 acres of land in Valasmula area, a filling station being constructed at a 7 purchased land area, 4.5 million rupees worth house at Pallakele area and 12.5 million rupees worth house in Navinna, Maharagama area. In addition, a house in Dematagoda worth 1.65 million rupees, a hotel located in a 44 purchased land in Tissamharama and a land worth 40 million rupees in Madivala area are also under his possession. Further, it has been revealed that he has shops acquired under leasing basis in Beliata and Veerakatia areas. The suspect has also purchased a number of buses and tipper vehicles. He has deployed his relatives for the service of those vehicles. Therefore, the Bribery Commission should conduct further investigations to verify the exact income of the suspect. Stating further, Assistant Director General of the Commission, Sulochana Hettiarachchi, informed the courts that the suspect is granted bail. He will be able to influence the witnesses. Therefore, she requested the courts to remand him. Appearing for the suspect, President's counsel Sampath Mendes told the courts that the Bribery Commission has filed 5 cases under the same charge earlier. He has already pleaded guilty for all the charges. He added that the allegations made by the Bribery Commission the suspect did not assist the investigations cannot be accepted. Considering the facts submitted by both parties, the magistrate said that the suspect had pleaded guilty for the 5 cases earlier, according to his lawyers. However, this case and the investigations appear to be 2 separate matters. Accordingly, the courts rejects the bail request of the suspect since the investigations are being conducted further. Thereby, the magistrate ordered the suspect to be remanded until the 17th of this month. The court also ordered to submit a detailed report on his properties and the progress of the investigations to the courts on that day.
The Director General of the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption, General Ranga Disanaik, observed that certain groups are engaged in false propaganda in an organized manner in order to breach the trust of the Commission in the people. Now, he stated at a media briefing held today that they are targeting him and the Commission. Director General of the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption, General Ranga Disanayake said that various persons are targeting and issuing certain statements against him as the Director General and the general public is requested to think about as to why allegations are being made. Another objective of this entire campaign is to breach the trust of the public and to divert the attention of the Commission elsewhere. It is clear that this has been an organised campaign and they are trying to obstruct the process now being carried out by the Commission. He added that he joined as a magistrate in 2004 and was appointed as a High Court judge in 2020 and also took up the present position as a secondment in 2025. He pointed out that he is not qualified to be a judge. He pointed out that he is not qualified to be a judge if he was in active politics. Nandana Gunatilaka did not utter this to anyone and to the Court Services Commission for at least 20 years. He added that he was never part of such a committee and totally rejected it. He requested him to lodge a complaint in the Court Services Commission. The Director General further said that according to Uday Gamanpilla, he has committed an offence under clause number 19 of the Anti-Corruption Act. He also requested to complain the Constitution if he had committed any offence. According to him, the allegation that he removed the foreign travel ban of Arjun Mahendran is clearly rejected. Arjun Mahendran and Ravi Karunanayake were issued warrants in 2018. They complained in the appeal court against him for issuing those warrants as the fourth magistrate. Now 8 years have been lapsed to this incident and they can still complain to the Court Services Commission if any offence was committed by him, he elaborated. The Commission has decided to take action against him under clause number 118 of the Anti-Corruption Act.
Road Passenger Transport Authority says that legal action was taken against 22 bus conductors who failed to issue tickets to passengers in the Western Province. Issuing tickets for the passengers in the Western Province has been made mandatory with effect from yesterday. Chairman of the Road Passenger Transport Authority, Gamini Jasinghe, said that following the inspections made yesterday, there is more positive trend in this matter. Only 22 conductors have failed to issue tickets. Passengers have also shown a great interest in obtaining tickets. In some buses, irrelevant tickets have been issued. In a proper ticket, a place of start, destination, bus number, the fare and the serial number of the ticket should be included. Passengers should also check whether these details are included in the ticket. If a conductor fails to issue a ticket, a fine of 750 rupees will be charged and directed to one-day awareness program. If a passenger fails to get a ticket, he will be charged 100 rupees fine and double the entire bus fare. In case of refusal to pay fines, legal action will be taken.
Parents always try to provide the best available things to their children. Children use plastic bottles and tiffin boxes since infanthood and school-going age. It has to be verified whether real love is enclosed in these items provided by the parents and to elders to their children. This feature is regarding this issue. Parents dream to provide best things to their children and attention is paid to convenience, standard and high quality also since the very infanthood. Due to this reason, parents and elders use plastic bottles and tiffin boxes in providing food for children. At times, these plastic items are used daily, may not be conducive for your child. The Consumer Affairs Authority has conducted a study in this regard. Minister Wasantha Samarasinghe said that a chemical named bisphenol A is used along with another chemical named phthalate in the production of plastics. They can use various complications or might develop into a cancer, which has been scientifically proven. Due to this reason, the government is taking the stand of maintaining relevant standards in these products, the minister elaborated.
එනිසා මේ නිෂ්පාදන ඒ අදාළ ප්‍රමිතීන් 90 රට තුල පවතින ඕන කියන ස්ථාවරයට අපි දැන් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
The Consumer Affairs Authority, the Ministry of Health, Sri Lanka Stands Institute, Department of Import and Export Control, universities and several other institutions have contributed in research activities to this study. It has been revealed during research that inimical chemicals contained in these substandard plastic items and they get into the bodies of children with food items. there is a tendency of contracting diseases, hormone problems, cancer problems regarding the reproductive system, and also problems pertaining to the brain and the growth of the child. The Consumer Affairs Authority has issued an order that production, import, distribution or sales has to be in accordance with SLA or Sri Lanka standards, perimeters, and also in order to ensure the safety of the entire consumer community. As per this order, the SLS logo issued by the Sri Lanka Standards Institution should contain locally produced plastic items. When importing such items, certification of the Sri Lanka Standards Institution has to be obtained after getting tested by it. According to the Consumer Affairs Authority, this order will be effective from the 1st of April 2026.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says that planting a tree should not be regarded as only a symbolic act, but it is also a responsibility of the present generation to protect them for the future generation. The Prime Minister made these remarks while addressing the inauguration event of the Soba Sipwadula project. The inauguration ceremony of the project was held at the Hindu College premises under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. The Premier inaugurated the project by planting an ironwood sapling in the school premises. This program launched with the objective of developing green zones in 50 selected schools, aiming of creating a sensitive and caring generation towards the environment. Another objective of this project is to create an environment-friendly surrounding in schools and to create nature-loving child. In line with this project, such activities were organized at provincial level throughout the island. This project, jointly organized by the Clean Sri Lanka Secretariat, Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Land and Irrigation and Ministry of Education, Higher Education, Vocational Education and Sri Lanka Hadabima Authority. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that people have a responsibility to protect the earth they live on. They must ensure the passing down a better environment to the next generation. In environmental discourse, there is a concept known as a sustainable environment. The development must be sustainable. The essence of sustainability is that whatever the people do today, they must also think about the future generations. It is the duty to create a world that can be handed over to them. To move towards a sustainable future and a sustainable journey, citizens of all ages must take part in such programs.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says that the health policy for the next 10 years is a draft by now, and the main health plans will be drafted with the help of health policies formulated so far. He made his observation addressing a function held at the National Hospital Kandy today. The largest cancer patient treatment centre of this country, constructed at the General Hospital, is located at the Kandy National Hospital. The female cancer patients ward of the hospital was dedicated to the people today under the guidance of Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa. 56 patients can obtain residential treatment in this ward. The female cancer patients treatment ward is located on the 3rd floor of the Seth Pierce building, dedicated to cancer patients, consisting 9 floors. A special feature has been the designing of this medical treatment centre, where cancer patients can obtain all necessary treatment services at the same building. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa pointed out that the government is drafting health policies in line with the national policy of the country. The health policies of the next 10 years will be drafted based on the national policy. The entire universal health coverage program will be implemented in a way that will exceed 80 programs which can be fulfilled by the government. Sri Lanka has scored well in certain indicators, and those areas where no scoring has been recorded is now being addressed. The country will be able to achieve this target if proper investment is conducted during the next 10-year plan period.
The Supreme Court ordered today to take up the hearing of a fundamental rights petition filed by former Minister Rishad Badruddin on the 25th of March next year by a 3-member bench of Supreme Court judges. The fundamental rights petition filed by former Minister Rishad Badruddin was taken up in the presence of the 3-member bench of judges consisting of Justices Shriran Gunaratna, Achala Vengapulli and Priyantha Fernando. He has requested the court to issue an order that his fundamental human rights have been violated by taking him to custody legally without any justifiable reason and detaining illegally on detention orders. The former minister was taken into custody in 2021 by the Criminal Investigation Department. The revised petition filed requesting to release former State Minister Shashindra Rajapaksa, who is in prison custody on bail, has been withdrawn. This decision has been taken when the petition was taken up for hearing in the presence of Colombo High Court Judge Justice Manjula Tilakaratne today. The attorney-at-law appearing for Shashindra Rajapaksa told the court that instructions have been given to withdraw the consent petition. The Colombo High Court Judge rejected the petition by permitting it.
A child is the universal symbol of original beauty and also the greatest creation in this universe. Since we have a great responsibility in order to safeguard this invaluable generation of children, the following documentary is a description in this respect. Reporting of child abuse is in commonplace when electronic, printed and social media is taken into account. Child abuse is also a great social problem and a social menace which is secretively expanding in the society. All below the age of 18 are considered children. They can claim for their rights irrespective of discrimination on race or religion. They have also a right to enjoy a safe childhood with freedom and happiness. Child abuse has various perspectives. It can be described as mental and physical punishment, sexual and negligence. Many in the society tend to abstain discussing sexual abuse publicly in the society. Among them, most prominent is the girl child. At present, the girl child is in the news for being sexually abused on occasions such as motherhood outside marriage and undesirable pregnancy. The National Child Protection Authority points out that sexual abuse of the male child also has to be discussed. It is important in this regard to raise the resistance of the child against sexual abuse of the child or to develop a strong mindset in them. In this process, the child has to be well enlightened and methods should be introduced to the child where they can be identified such persons in advance along with creating awareness pertaining to the consequences of this abuse. Parents have an enormous responsibility in this regard. Enlightening the child is the best way to prevent child sexual abuse.
Today is the 6th day of the Colombo International Book Fair. The Colombo International Book Fair is nearing the end. During the first 5 days, large crowds have visited the exhibition. There are over 500 stalls in the premises and out of them 50 are foreign bookstores. A special dubbing studio has also been set up by the national television at the premises. Individuals who have dubbing skills will be selected and given opportunities at the national television.
A dry zone botanical garden is scheduled to be started this year in the Maduranagar area in the Vavuniya district. A land stretch of 60 acres in the close vicinity of the Irattaperiyakulam irrigational tank has also been allocated for this purpose. The aim of this new botanical garden is to develop tourism industry in the northern province. There is an exotic diversity of fauna and flora in this area. Minister Dr. Dhammika Pattabandi said yesterday that he made an inspection visit to the area as well. Minister Dr. Dhammika Pattabandi said that the Ministry of Environment has the target of increasing the forest cover in the island up to 32% by the year 2030. Nearly 50,000 hectares of forest reserves will be developed by the 30 forest reserves declared in this year. All the forest reserves will be conserved in achieving this target. 60,000 fish fingerlets released to the Bolgoda Lake at the Veragam area in Vadu yesterday, and the National Aquatic Culture Development Authority and the Western Provincial Fisheries Ministry have jointly implemented this project. The aim is to enhance livelihood of freshwater fishing community and to provide high-quality freshwater fish harvest to consumers. Parliamentarian Nilanthi Kottachi said that the Sri Lankan people have confidently joined hands with the National People's Power. The government is preparing the environment for independent implementation of law and order and the judicial process. The 75th anniversary of the Palugastamana National School in Polonnaruwa was held yesterday under the patronage of Speaker Dr. Jagat Vikramaratne. Speaker Dr. Jagat Vikramaratne said that both teachers and parents have fear psychosis regarding the new bill on violence against children. They think that they will be unable to punish their children even with good intention. The aim of the new regulations is to make sure every teacher and parent as counsellors are to correct their children. There should be an innovative system to nurture children without unleashing violence against them. A discussion on development activities in the Matale district was held yesterday under the patronage of Minister Bimal Ratnayaka. Minister Bimal Ratnayaka said that it is clear that Rajapaksas have maintained most dangerous crime state in the country. The government is now investigating into these crimes. They will be revealed in the future. An awareness program on Shrama Vasana Fund for the state and private sector employees was held at the Hatton District Labour Office yesterday with the participation of Deputy Minister Mahinda Jayasinghe. Deputy Minister Mahinda Jayasinghe said large stocks of narcotics were seized during the past period. The government assures that the country will be saved from the grip of narcotics. The government is committed to end all types of crime. Law will be strictly enforced against corrupt politicians and criminals.
We now move on to several development news items in brief. Plantation activities of Vidyavata paddy land area at Udugampala under the program to cultivate barren paddy farmland commenced yesterday. The paddy land with an area of about 15 acres has been abandoned for nearly 5 years. This program has been implemented under Ekamitata Govibimata National Program. Officials of the Department of Agriculture raised awareness among farmers. The foundation stone was laid for a new beach park at the Kartankudi area yesterday at a cost of 1 million rupees. This project is being implemented under the theme A Beautiful Beach for a Prosperous Nation. Parliamentarian Kandasamy Prabhu and a group of others joined this occasion.
Now in more local news, Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa met the Mahanayaka Theras of the Askiri and Malwata chapters and received their blessings today. The minister enlightened the Mahanayaka Theras about the government's people-friendly health program and proposed the program of Arogya Wellness Centres. The minister met Mahanayaka Theras of the Malwata chapter, Most Venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera, and received blessings at the Malwata Viharaya. He inquired into the well-being of the Mahanayaka Thera and had a mutual discussion. The minister said that 100 Arogya Wellness Centres are to be established within this year. Under the pilot project of this, the 4th such centre has been set up in the Polgol area in Kandy and the 5th centre at Dankanda in Matale today. Then the minister arrived at the Askiriya Mahavihara and met Mahanayaka Thera, the Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Jnana Ratana Thera, and received his blessings. Then the Thera told the minister that the timely projects implemented by the government will lead to ease the congestion of patients at the major hospitals in this country. The custodian incumbent of the Mutiyangana Rajamahavihara of Badulla, Venerable Murundeniye Dhammaratana Thera, and Deputy Minister Hansaka Vijayamuni were also present at this occasion.
The 58th Che commemoration ceremony will be held at the Yahalakale Estate Che Gardena on the 8th in Horana. The ceremony will be held this year under the theme of the Che, the idea of a youth for a new nation. Socialist Youth Organization, or rather the Socialist Youth Union, will organize this event. A media briefing in this connection was held today. National organizer of the Socialist Youth Union, Neranga Gunasekara, said that after several generations, a people-friendly government has been formed. All the youth community in the country should actively mediate to build up the country and increase the productivity and the economy and to establish law and order. The youth community in the country should follow the example given by Che. There are 3 kinds of responsibilities for the youth in this country. They should protect the people-friendly government at first. Then the power of the government should be established within the people. Finally, they should be exemplary for the public in building the country. Each youth in Sri Lanka should spend his or her youthhood for the well-being of the motherland. The Che Day of this year will be commemorated with these objectives.
Today is the 4th day of the Uva Navodaya Cultural Festival 2025. Today has been named as a day for creative action of public employees. Now the National Television is the media sponsor for this event. Accordingly, artistic skills including singing, dancing and other cultural items of public servants and teachers were performed today. The Uva Navodaya Cultural Festival will be held for a period of 7 days at Senanayaka Vidyalaya in Velekade Old Trade Complex, Library Auditorium, Technical College and Town Hall premises in Badulla.
We now move on to a few more local news items in brief. A series of advisory discussions of the concerned parties has been commenced in order to formulate the National Export Development Plan 2025-2029. This series of discussions has been projected as a strategic initiative in order to create a sustainable economic development and to strengthen export competitiveness. The discussion was held today at the Export Development Board. 2 persons have been taken into custody. They smuggled a stock of cigarettes valued more than 10 million rupees into this country. According to the Police Narcotics Bureau, the suspect was in possession of 347 cartons containing 69,000 fags. Today is the second day of the World Habitat Day. An environment cleanliness program was implemented today at the Randi Uyana and Muadora Uyana complex premises.
Deputy Minister of Defence Major General Aruna Jayasekara participated in an official tour of the Air Force headquarters at the Defence Headquarters complex in Sri Jayawardhanapura Kotte yesterday. In accordance with the Army tradition, after welcoming the Deputy Minister, a discussion was held with the senior management regarding operations. Several religious observances were held yesterday and today on the occasion of the 76th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Army under the leadership of the Army Commander Lieutenant General Lasantha Rodrigo. The Christian church service was held at the St. Thomas's Church yesterday, while the Kiranyasha session was held today at the Kolupitia Jumma Mosque. And we'll be right back after a short break. We'll be back with international news. Stay tuned.
කළුගම් තොටින් සාලියපුරයට ස්ලාඩා රේසිං ශූරතාවලියේ පුලතිසිපුර ප්‍රවේශය. රැවල් දහවන පතේ පිරී ඉතිරී යන කුතුහලයේ නිමේෂයන් තත්පරයෙන් තත්පරය කිසිදු අඩුවක් නොමැතිව ඔබේ නෙත්මානයට ගෙනෙන ChannelEye නිර්මාණශීලී මෙහෙයුමේ නූතන ක්‍රියාන්විතය. ඝන සුපර් ක්‍රොස් 2025 ඔක්තෝබර් 5 වනදා විවේකී ඉරිදාව කාර්යබහුල කරගන්න. උදෑසන 9 සිට සජීවීව එක්වන්න.
Welcome back. We move on to news overseas now. A large number of US government employees are reportedly expected to leave their jobs this week.
Now, the Trump administration says this is part of the major plan to reduce the federal workforce. Around 154,000 federal employees are being expected to leave their jobs this week, according to foreign reports. This will be the biggest wave of resignations in the US government in 80 years. Experts warn that a sudden loss of experienced staff could create serious challenges for maintaining government services, as the workforce needed to run these services will be reduced. Many government employees are said to be leaving under voluntary retirement schemes and moving into the private sector. Foreign media reports have indicated that this situation could lead to a significant brain drain for the US government. The Trump administration claims that cutting down federal workforce will save around $28 billion annually.
A young Iranian para-bodybuilder is drawing attention for his remarkable determination and strength. He is currently competing in a national bodybuilding competition in Karaj.
20-year-old Amir Hussein Milan from Shed County in West Azerbaijan took part alongside other para-bodybuilders in the event. Despite weighing only 32 kilograms, Amir has been training for the past 2 years to compete at the national and international levels. Amir shared that he faced ridicule from people in his hometown before starting the sport. However, with the support of his coach, he began serious training and has since achieved impressive results, including 160 kg squat and 85 kg bench press. Amir now hopes his story and performance will inspire others and earn him a place on the world stage.
Moving on to sports news, the match between Pakistan and Bangladesh in the Women's World Cup One-Day International Cricket Tournament 2025 is now in progress at the R. Premadas International Cricket Stadium in Colombo.
The Indian and Sri Lankan women's teams return to the island for future matches after participating in the inaugural match in India. India won the first match against Sri Lanka by 59 runs under the Duckworth and Lewis method. Sri Lanka will play 5 matches in the island in this competition. Accordingly, the match between Sri Lanka and Australia will be played on the 4th of this month at the R. Premadas International Cricket Stadium in Colombo. Indian women's team will play against Pakistan on the 6th of this month at the same venue, after which they will leave for India again to participate in the remaining matches. Well, that was a look at your news here at Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. I've been Siobhan Pereira together with Sharifa Tahir. Wish you a pleasant evening and a wonderful week ahead.